I can feel the satisfaction in my creationist friends' thoughts right now over watching the previous video where I demonstrate how a God would be possible, and that God would seem to match the biblical God, the creationist God. Let's take this in a different direction right now. We'll come back to that one in another video. Now, I know that I'm real. I know that I am. And assuming that you're real, or that you am, you know that also. You also saying I am about yourselves. And you're certain in that, assuming that you're not a fabrication of my own reality. Or even if you are a fabrication of my own reality, you could be saying right now, I am, for yourself. How is that possible? Have you ever had a dream where you played more than one role? I have them on a regular, well, not on a regular basis, but occasionally I've had, I can think of at least a handful that I've had where I played more than one role. I'm sure there were more than that I just forgot. You have dozens of dreams when you're asleep, usually jumping from one to the next, and you don't even realize it. Usually the dream that you remember, or the dreams that you remember, are the ones when you're just about but not quite awake. Those last ones that you're having just as you're waking up. Sometimes the ones that you're having as you're going to sleep, but that's rare. Usually you fall so deeply asleep that you forget those before you ever wake back up again. But yeah, I've had dreams where I was more than one person, where I was more than one of the characters in the dream. If we're talking about a reality where everything is a figment of my imagination, God's imagination, why would we not assume that that being would take on multiple personalities, multiple character roles, possibly exploring every possible aspect of the reality that he created back and forth between them all, so that each one, but without even realizing it necessarily, or without the characters being allowed to be aware, if that makes sense, or being aware, if that makes sense, so that he is all people, or all beings, all characters within his reality at the same time, just playing them all. I mean, if my mind, if this reality is real, if everything is real, if you're real, and my mind is capable of taking the place of multiple roles in a single dream, then you would think that a God or a being who could fabricate such a reality as this, as intricate as this is, would be able to take multiple roles as well, and at a much larger scale than I would. As far as information that I don't know, that someone else tells me, how do I know that I don't know that until they tell me? Have you ever gone down the road and you see a billboard and it has a word on it that you've never seen before, or somebody says a word that you've never heard before, never heard this word before in your life that you can recall, and then all of a sudden you're hearing this word or seeing this word everywhere, everybody's saying it. Did you really not know it? Is it really just an all of a sudden thing that everyone is saying it, or is it just that you never paid attention to it before until that one time? Anyway, that's just a little bit of an update. Actually, let's go to the 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Yeah, let's go ahead and entertain the possibility that I have proven or successfully argued that the God of the Bible is likely. What I've argued is that it's possible for everything that exists to be the imagination of a God that is non-corporeal in relation to our reality would be non-testable in relation to our reality, because we are a creation within him, of him, and everything that we do, every thought that we have, everything that we touch is all only a product of his work, of his mind. And any laws that we experience, any interactions that we experience, any testing that we do, would all work within the confines of the reality that he has created, that he has set up. But if that's true, if nothing is real, if it's all fake, I'm fake, you're fake, we're not real, we are an illusion created by his mind for his own amusement, which means that there could not be an eternity of hell after this. When he stops thinking about us, we just cease to exist. When he gets tired of thinking about us, we cease to exist. If we continue to exist, if some of us experience hell, it would only be because such a being amused himself by experiencing hell himself. Because when you get right down to it, if we are the creation of a mind, if we are a thought, he is experiencing everything that we are experiencing. So either he wants to experience it, or like the coma scenario, he is trapped in a situation, or the nightmare scenario, he is trapped in a situation where he has to go through this nightmare over and over again, or for whatever reason, or just is having a nightmare this one night of his life, which is an eternity for us from our perspective. And ultimately, we're not real. So it wouldn't matter in that respect whether we believed in him or not. In fact, we could only believe in him if he dreamed us to believe in him, or if he thought us to believe in him, or imagined us to believe in him. Anyway, that's it. 7 minutes and 1 second and counting. Goodbye.